obviously, I want to thank you all for coming out. It means so much to me to come out here and support the cause. And also thank you for the Rain Dogs for playing. They were awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed their last set. So a big round of applause for them. I'm briefly, just in case not all of you know who I am, going to give you a quick history, of myself. I apologize, I just ate barbecue in the back, so some hot sauce. So I'm from Overland Park, Kansas. I have two sisters, Susanna and Lydia. Susanna's here tonight, right here filming. My mom, Janet Isley, is over in the corner here. And the night's dedicated to my dad, William Isley, who passed away of cancer about 6 years ago. So hopefully he's watching down on us tonight, enjoying the evening as well. I did go to Shawnee Mission South, graduated in 2003. I went to the Institute of Audio Engineering Arts, where I got a degree in audio engineering. And I used that degree to follow my dreams and move to California, where I worked at recording studios and got to work with great musicians and bands and do what I always wanted. And it was kind of a deal with my mom. I always told her I wanted to be a rock star and to be in a big famous band. And she was like, "You're never gonna make any money, or you're gonna fail." She wasn't happy with that, so I compromised and said I would just record the band. So I did that, and I got to work with some really cool bands, and it was a really cool situation out there. And then I switched to post-production, which is what I still do. I work on films, documentaries, web series, things like that. And then most recently I switched to a company called Premier Digital Services. And what we do is we put movies and television shows on platforms like iTunes and Netflix and Hulu. So if you ever watch anything on Netflix that messes up, that could have been my fault, so I apologize. But that's kind of who I am. But I really want to just tell you about what's happened in this last year and how it's affected me and what's happened. So it was about a year ago to this day, well, June of last year. Sorry, I'm a sound guy, so any weird sound thing I pick up. So it was June of last year. I thought I had the flu. I was getting ready for work one day and I felt a little queasy in the stomach, and I ended up throwing up in the bathroom and thought that was a little odd, but I ended up going into work because it was a busy week, and remember calling my mom and saying, I think I got the flu and blah, 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 and about a week later, it didn't get better, and my mom was like, you should go to urgent care and try to get some medicine, and I went to urgent care, and they said, oh, you just have bad acid reflux, and that kind of made sense, because I would wake up in the morning, and it'd be the worst, and I would tend to throw up in the morning, and that just kind of made sense. I'd be lying on my back all night, as the acid reflux goes up, and I kind of feel better throughout the day. So I thought, this makes sense. But a couple weeks passed after that, and it didn't get better. So I went to my actual doctor at UCLA, and he did an X-ray and some blood work, and all he could tell me was there was a lot of inflammation in my stomach. Which didn't tell me a whole lot. And I again remember calling my mom, and we went over possibilities, but I never thought anything. Just cancer never really crossed my mind. But I ended up having a procedure that didn't go very well. They didn't get the results they wanted, so I was kind of on standby, waiting for more blood work, waiting for more of a procedure, and it was like a Monday night, and I got stabbing pains actually in my kidneys, and I had to be rushed to the ER. Unfortunately, a really good friend of mine, a girl, Shelby Schertz, unfortunately I was staying with her the night, and she rushed me to the hospital, and all my organs were shutting down, and everything was failing, and just the look on my doctor's eyes, I knew something very serious was happening, and I called my mom that night and said, you need to come to California, something's not right. So she flew out there with my two sisters, and we got to see each other and start they were at least there for me when I got to hear the results of blood work and what was going on in my liver and kidneys and stomach and whatnot. And then it was August 1st when the doctors came in the room and circled my bed. It was just me and my mom sitting in the room, and he said those words, so it's cancer. And you never expect to hear those words, and you never expect kind of how you're going to act or it's the last thing I was expecting. I just thought I had bad acid reflux. I thought some Tums would take care of me, so this was quite the shock. So anyway, after they gave me told me that I had a large tumor in my stomach, they gave me a treatment plan, and I was going to do chemo for 3 months, have a massive surgery. Is that my phone? That's something else. Something Chinese. But so anyway, I did 3 months of chemotherapy, which is rough. I was very stubborn. Most of you that know me know how stubborn I can be. Like I refused to shave my head. Even though I probably looked stupid, my hair was basically completely falling out anyway, and I lost a ton of weight. But when the chemo was over, I kind of bounced back a little bit, was able to do some traveling, and then I had my surgery, which was a massive surgery. I had a total gastrectomy, which removed my entire stomach, a partial Whipple, which removes part of my pancreas. I had my entire gallbladder removed, and about a foot of my lower intestines. So it was an interesting week.
Survivor, baby.
And so that was a tough week, to say the least. But after that surgery, I bounced back. I was actually on the road again a few weeks later to come to Lauren Briley, now Rodriguez's wedding. So I was able to travel again a few short weeks later and be with friends again. And they tried to put me on chemo after that, and my body just couldn't handle it. And so they let me off for a couple months, and I got to recover. And they did chemo again, and that's kind of where I'm at now. I did chemo for a few more months, and now I'm over. And unfortunately, I still have the cancer. It came back, and I have a couple small tumors in my stomach still, but I'm doing really well and doing better than the doctors thought, and I'm not giving up, and I'm on a new clinical trial. A new clinical trial that's supposed to boost my immune system, and it's supposed to make the immune system attack all the cancer cells, which hopefully will work. And unfortunately, it doesn't have the side effects like chemo, so I'm able to do things like travel. Because just on Tuesday of this last week, I was, knocked out of the hospital while they were pumping drugs into me, and I was telling, I think, Denise or someone, but I shouldn't have, but I drove home after the procedure, so I'm able to still get out and do stuff, and my mom's probably horrified that but I'm still able to get out and do stuff, which is great. But every day I'm honestly feeling better, my energy level's getting better, and I'm just more optimistic than I've ever been, and I'm just happy with how life's going right now, and that leads me to So It's Cancer, the company that I'm developing. And I'm happy to say that the development's already begun. Thanks to all of you, you're making it possible by donations and doing things like the raffle to help support So It's Cancer. Because what I'm trying to do is leave no cancer patient feeling alone. I know what it's like to lie in a hospital bed alone, and while I have great family and friends, there's times when you're alone and you just want to chat with someone that's gone through something that you have, and you have nobody. Or you want to know someone that's gone through a procedure that you're about to go through, and you can't find that person. And it's really scary, and it's really hard. And I want to eliminate that from happening again. I want to give anyone from here on out the opportunity to find someone to talk to and never feel alone, and never feel like they don't have someone to talk to. So that's Cancer's mission and goal. And along with the communications, I'm going to give them resources and other, there's going to be a lot of other stuff involved, but you can go to the website to learn more about that. I'll try to speed this up. One last thing I do want to mention before I say some thank yous is, along with the website helping cancer patients, it's really hard, I'm sure a lot of you know, on family and friends and spouses and wives and husbands and boyfriends to have someone you love or you're really good friends with be diagnosed with something like cancer or go through it. And what my site's going to do is you will be able to log in as a friend, or you will be able to log in as a caregiver, and there will be information there that'll help you, guide you through, the thing, kind of like a to-do, not to-do list, or it's hard to describe, but just, it's just such a difficult thing. Just hopefully it'll be a nice tool for you to go to help you get through this whole process, which hopefully be a good feature. But anyway, I totally lost where I'm at on here, so I'm just going to say thank you to everyone and wrap it up, and we'll do the raffle. But I have to thank, obviously, all of you for coming out tonight to support So It's Cancer, because this dream of mine is only a reality because of the support from all you guys. So a huge thank you for all of you for coming out. There are also certain people who have been just crucial to get me through, like just even this moment. And just to be here tonight and feel the courage to do things like start a company and just to get by the day. And that's my mom. I would not be sitting here right now, so huge thank you to her. Also a big shout out, to my other family, Lydia and Susanna, and their families. I have a lot of nieces and nephews, so I won't list off everybody. But their families. And also to my aunt and uncle Susan and Mac Biggs. They've been a huge support to me. The extended Isley family, and especially June and Michael Gosling. That's my cousin June. That's her husband Michael Gosling. Which recently, very unfortunately, their 2-year-old son was diagnosed with advanced neuroblastoma. He's only 2 years old and is going through chemotherapy, and I being 29 and going through chemotherapy is hard enough. I can't imagine a 2-year-old going through chemo. So he's an inspiration to me, and if you ever want to follow what they're doing and give support to them as well, you can find them on Facebook at Grace for Grant, and that's my cousin's son who's battling that right now. There's some individual families I'd like to thank. If I can't list off, there's so many great family and friends out here. I could list off everyone, but I'm just going to do it kind of in a quick way and say a couple of really key people and just group everything into some. So if I don't say your name, I apologize, but everyone that's here, it means the world to me that you're here. But I would like to thank a huge thank you to the Thelman family, the Schertzes, the Halters, the Allens, the Brileys and Rodriguez's, and then all of my, Kansas City friends, the people I went to high school with and grew up with, and all of my Los Angeles friends. My sister's taping this, so for the video I gotta say hi to the friends out there. And also to all my friends that I've met through digital media. It's crazy the people you connect with these days, and I've had a lot of really good supporters online that have been there to help support me, and people that I don't know, and send me like t-shirts and bracelets, and I wear stuff that people send me in the mail that I've never met just to support me because they've lost a family member or brother or someone. So big thank you to them as well. Last, I'd also like to thank my company, Premier Digital Services. They've gone above and beyond anything a normal employer would do to take care of me. They still pay for my health insurance and take care of me, and I get benefits, and that's huge. Anyone that's had family members or know anyone that it's like dealing with cancer and bills, it's astronomical. So the fact that my company didn't just drop me aside, and that they've embraced what I have and are still helping me pay through bills and stuff, is absolutely amazing. So a huge thank you to Eric Anderson, the owner, and Premier Digital Services. All right, just to wrap it up, obviously a huge thank you to Bob and Denise Palmgren for letting us do this here at RJ's in this amazing backyard. And I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I worked here for about 2 years, if not longer. So this is a place of home for me, and I loved working here, and I loved working for Bob, and just like seeing Denise every day, and we have a lot of many, many good stories, and we had a lot of good times here. So I love the fact they let me come back and do this here. So I'm grateful for that as well. And then just obviously a huge final thank you to everyone that's here, that's donated tonight, donated to the raffle, or anyone that's donated to my crowdrise.com account, which there are a lot of you here that have donated to that site. Thank you very, very much. That 100% goes to the website and the development of what I'm trying to do for the cancer community. So that money is going to go for a great cause, and I thank you all for donating. And last, I'm just going to raise a glass and toast. I'm glad to be alive. I'm glad to be in front of friends, and I'm glad we're here at RJ's doing this. And cheers to all of you beautiful people. Cheers. All right, now, I think we got some raffle tickets, some prizes to give away.